everybody, today I'm going to be filming a product empties video, which basically means I talk you through all of the products that I have completed and finished over the past, I don't know, few months. I have literally got a bag full of stuff. And this has just been sat in my room waiting there for me to talk about them. And what this video basically is me giving my review and my opinion on them. And for each product I show, I'm going to give a score out of 5. So I'm going to try and whiz through them as quickly as possible. I have done this video a couple of times before with other empty products, so go and check that out if you want to, and I'll try and link them down below if I remember. So the first thing is just randomly selecting out the bag, is the Garnier Pure Active Micellar Cleansing Water. And they do have a pink bottle of this, but I think this one is for combination to oily and sensitive skin. So I've definitely got oily skin, and my skin, I wouldn't say it's necessarily sensitive, but I don't know the difference between this and a normal one. So I really can't give much advice on whether to get this one over the other one for oily skin, because my skin just remained the same throughout using this, as it always has done. So I don't think it's really a miracle product, but it did remove my makeup, and that is a very good thing. So I'd probably give this a 3.5 out of 5. Now I've got some dry shampoos here, so I'm going to show you them all in one go, because I've got 2 of the same bottle, and I've also got a Batiste one. So these are just Wilko's own brand, and they're not that good really, and I probably would go for a slightly more expensive one because I think they don't necessarily work. I really do like this Batiste one here because it adds so much volume to your hair, and it also gets rid of grease at the same time. So that is definitely a really good one. It's just a little bit more expensive, and when you're buying products all the time, you don't want to be buying expensive ones. So I thought I'd go for some cheaper ones, but really, I don't really like them, and I'd probably give the Wilko's own brand ones, I don't know, a 2 out of 5. But as for the Batiste one, I've used this so many times in the past. It's just really, really good for giving that volume, and if you want volume, then this product is perfect. I found myself using this even when I didn't have greasy hair, just because it gave volume. So I'd definitely give this one a 4.5 out of 5. To give a product 5 out of 5, it must be amazing, so can't do that. Now I've got a deodorant here, which is just a simple Garnier Clean Sensation one, and it's just a really, I like the packaging, I like the colour, and I just pick up a deodorant for any random reason. I know that these are really good because when I don't use any deodorant at all, I notice I stink so bad, like I really do. So now I know that deodorants work, but this doesn't really separate itself from any other deodorant that I've had. I think they're all pretty just as good, and there's also some from Lidl that are really, really good. So compared to the one from Lidl, I would have to give this a 3 out of 5. I've now got this body spray, or actually I've got a couple of body sprays from Wilko's, and I really like these. I've still got another one upstairs, and it's a blue packaging. I like the fact that the packaging's very simple, and they're just different colours. Like this one's just green, that one's just red. It's not like loads of colours in your face, and that's what I like, the simplicity of this product. And this one here was Blue Orchid and Pear Blossom, and this one here was Poppy and Dark Cocoa. They both smell very nice. I have a blue one upstairs that also smells really nice, and I wouldn't say they're long lasting because you can't really smell it at the end of the day, but I can never smell like my perfumes or anything at the end of the day, but then other people can, so I don't really know. But I really do like these, and they're like 99p each, so I would give them a 4 out of 5. Now I've got a product which is actually a little bit ridiculous because I've got 3 of them, and bearing in mind that I've been stocking up on my product empties for like 4 months, and I know you shouldn't get through this many foundations in 4 months, and I haven't done. Basically, I would probably buy one every 3 months, and the other 2 are just sort of like old bottles from ages and ages ago with like last scrapings in it, and I'm the kind of person that wants to get the last scrapings out of every single product. So I would, like, last week I found myself trying to scrape the last amount out of all 3 of these just to try and get some foundation. I thought, Georgie, that's just a little bit ridiculous. Just buy a different foundation, like a new one. So I thought I'll put these in my product empties and say goodbye. It's the Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation in the shade 100 Ivory. It is a very good foundation. It's full coverage. It's probably the best full coverage drugstore foundation that I've heard of and that I know, and it perfect shade for me. It's got sun cream in it, so that's really good for summer. And I think it's just a little bit too cakey for the summer months. That's why I've kind of moved on to a different foundation where it's not so full coverage, but it is a really good foundation. I'd give the Rimmel Lasting Finish I'd give that a 4.75 out of 5. Okay, now this actually looks like insanity in here. Now I've just mentioned all of those foundations. I have actually got 4 more empty foundations to show you. Now it literally looks like over this past 4 months I've just used one foundation every month, but I really haven't. My mum has given me 2 foundations that have got a tiny bit left in them, and that's why I've had these, just because I like to mix my foundations together. And she gave me the bottle for the Estee Lauder Double Wear, just sort of like a little bit in the bottom of it. And obviously this is really good full coverage, and it's a high-end brand. My mum uses it because she has rosacea on her skin, which means that this covers up that really, really well. But for me, I don't really have anything that I need to cover up that much on my face. It's quite cakey. I like to, when I wear my makeup, I don't necessarily feel like I'm wearing makeup, but if I wear this, I do feel like I'm wearing it, which I don't really like. So I wouldn't buy this myself. It's like £35 or something. And as for the Estee Lauder Double Wear, I would give that a 3 out of 5 because it is good, but not good for what I want. And my mum also gave me the last bits of this foundation here, which is from Lancome. I'm not really sure what my opinion of this is because there was literally hardly any left in the bottle. So I can't give my review on this. All I can say is I finished it because my mum only gave me a little bit left of it. I think it's when my foundation runs out and I'm like, Mum, can I borrow some foundation? She's like, oh yeah, you can just use the end of that bottle. By the way, if you're wondering, my hair isn't short. I tied it up really high, so that's why it's like that. Now for the next 2 foundations. This one is from Maybelline, and it's actually in a shade Too Dark. You can probably tell. And it's the Luminous and Smooth Normal to Dry Skin Foundation in the shade 120. And it's quite a thin consistency one, but I think because it's in the wrong shade, it means that it doesn't suit my skin very well, and that's probably the reason why I'm not the biggest fan of it. And I think it's kind of quite a shiny foundation, which I don't really particularly like, and I'd probably give this a 2 out of 5 on it. And then this one is also from Maybelline, and this one is the Superstay 24 Hour. When I first got this, I didn't really like it that much. Well, it was alright, but I mixed it with my foundations, and the reason why I didn't like it is because it's really thin consistency, and I thought, oh, it doesn't really cover that much. But nowadays my skin's a lot better, and I think that I don't really want things to cover that much. And my foundation, like here, I'm just wearing a Primark foundation today, and I think it looks alright. So yeah, I think towards the end of this bottle running out, I started to really enjoy using this. I think it's probably in a little bit too light a shade. It's in number 5 light beige. That is all of my foundations over and done with. Oh my god, like literally I don't get through that many foundations. I just don't know how I've managed to collect that many. I really don't. Now I'm going to talk about a powder, and this powder is from Natural Collection, and it's actually smashed up now, but I did rebuy another one. Oh hang on, this one's in the shade Neutral. I have one in the shade Warm, and I don't like it because it's quite warm toned, which means that it makes my skin sort of look a little bit orangey. So maybe if I go for the one in the shade Neutral, it will be a little bit better. But it's not a translucent powder, so it does show up on your skin, which is a little bit of a pain. But I want a powder to stop me from getting all shiny and that kind of thing throughout the day, and oily basically, and it does that perfectly fine, but it just does add that little bit of colour, which I'm not that keen on. But another good one is definitely from Rimmel, so I would give this product a 2.5 out of 5, so half and half. The next product is it's a heat protection milk, and I've rebought this twice, not since I've run out of this one, but I have had this twice before, and it smells amazing, and that's why I buy it, because it's not that pricey, and also it smells really good. And I think if you're putting it into your hair, you do want it to smell good. I don't know what makes a heat protect any better than another one, so I think I might as well just go by smell, and I would give this one a 4.5 out of 5 because I like the smell. It's a good smell. Now I'm showing you, oh my feet are numb. Now I'm showing you a concealer, and I don't wear concealer anymore because I don't see what the point is in wearing concealer if you don't have that many spots. But this is just the 17 stay time, and it says up to 18 hours. I can't remember what really it was like when I did use this because it was such a long time ago. Like, I swear I've had this for like 6 months or something, so I don't even know. But everyone on YouTube always says it's pretty good, and I think because it's a light colour it will be really good for popping underneath the eyes and sort of that kind of brightening effect. But overall, I think it offered quite good coverage, but I'd have to try it out again to give a proper review on it, so I'm not going to give it a score out of 5 because otherwise I'm just being a little bit sort of dishonest there. Now, 2 products left. This one is the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm, and everybody on YouTube is obsessed with this as a primer because it's got glycerin in it, which means it's really good for priming your skin and making it sort of tacky where makeup will easily be applied onto it. And I love this. I've rebought it since. The packaging looks a little bit different. I think that's dark blue rather than pale blue, which is a shame because that's a nice colour. But I like to put it on because I know that when I put it on, my foundation does go on really nicely after that. I don't know if it makes your makeup long lasting, but it definitely makes your makeup go on a lot better. I have started mixing this with my foundation to make my foundation not as full coverage and to make it a little bit more runny in consistency, and it also makes the foundation last longer. And this is the finish that it gives because I did that today, so I will be showing that in a makeup tutorial at some point. But yeah, that's really good, and I would give this a 4 out of 5. And finally, I've got the Saint Tropez tanning lotion. This is a small bottle. I do have it in a large bottle, but this was a sample size. And I got the sample size, I don't know, free with something. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good tanning product. And that's why I bought it in the bigger size. I got the bigger one for Christmas or my birthday. And this is a gradual tan, which means that you put it on your skin. It is brown. I think I might be able to get a tiny bit out. Yes, I can get quite a lot out. It is brown like that. And when you rub it in, like that, you can see it's brown, but when you rub it completely in, it doesn't really show up that tanned. But after a few days, it really does come up tanned. And if you want it to be even more tanned, like really tanned, then just keep layering it up every single day, which I don't do because I don't need to. Now I'm going to have one orange hand and one not orange hand. But yeah, really good tanning product. I would definitely recommend that. I know a lot of people don't like them because they want to be instantly tanned, but it does work. You just have to be patient with it. So yes, and I would give that a score of, 4.25 out of 5. So that is it for my product empties video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my reviews of all of them. I know it was quite a long video because I had so many empty products and I really had to do this video, but yes. And remember to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please do subscribe down below for more videos. My next video will be on Monday and it will be a weekly vlog, so stay tuned. See you in my next one. Bye!